I can't hear you, Eric. Can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just had my microphone turn off. I'm
Oh, there we
stupid,
go.
right? Yeah.
All right. Well, we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook Live right now.
oh, oh, okay. I'm looking dashing for the event.
Oh, me too. Just
Whilst everybody's in lockdown looking as scruffy as ever, business as usual here, folks.
all right.
And I see we're sponsored by Sophos to your right over your shoulder.
Yes, right there.
Thank you. Proudly sponsored by Sophos. Loving it. Your antivirus and firewall security needs.
Excellent. So I have the chat up on both, and there's a couple people that have joined. So I basically just named it "Ask the Bearded Bereans Anything." So we can just chat, and if anyone wants to ask a question, we can.
That's pretty bold. I saw Darlene Check and Benny Johnson were doing a little live stream communion service this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can monitor the chat, eh?
Yep, I got chat up.
I am, just for the folks that know, I'm on a limited bandwidth at the moment. I've joined Larry on Zoom, and from his end, he's going nuts, and the connection's really good, eh?
Yeah, I mean, you look good and sound good from here, so
That's cool. I'm trying to work out. I've got two big videos on my screen. I wanted them to go side by side. You know how it shows you really big and me real small, real small.
Yeah, I wonder if I can zoom in.
I know you don't need to zoom in. I want to put the two videos side by side.
Oh yeah,
Can you do that?
The stream is showing them side by side. You just need to click gallery view.
Gallery view. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Oh no. I'd rather have looking at you big. My head's and this is why I do podcasts, folks. This is a head for audio.
Way you go.
Oh, look at that. You're going grey, man.
Yeah, I am.
Welcome to the... I think I got some grey hair in here somewhere.
Yeah, you got a couple of grey hairs.
I dropped some things off at the daughter's place the other day, and Jo says to Amelia, she goes, "Hey, Pa cut his beard." Man, straight up me. I'm forbidden to cut my beard by my granddaughter.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's a nasty old bottle of port. Oh, I think it's turned into musket. Something to warm me up a bit. I need a haircut, though. Look. So if you see Amelia, I'm in need of another haircut, kiddo. It's going a bit wild. I look like I'm bald there, don't I?
Yep.
There we go.
One thing I noticed when Brian Wolfmueller and so forth, they do their videos, they're always good at looking right in the camera, and you get that kind of personal connection. But then I can't see the screen.
They have, do they use a little webcam thingy?
Well, I think he usually either does his phone or he does his just webcam built into his laptop, and he's very good at just staring at the webcam to kind of give that personal connection.
They've been doing it a lot longer too. It is hard but when you sit back, if I sit back like this, I can still see you, and it kind of looks, and I got the glasses, so it looks like I'm looking at you anyway. Chilling back, just maxing. Oh, we're supposed to send the link to Gordo to watch this.
He's in the group, isn't he? In the Messed Up Mob?
Yep. Oh, he's on his Google Hangouts. I'll tell him to check out the group.
You should get him to join the Zoom meeting.
He's at work.
Yeah, we can do several people.
No. He is actually at work, as in Nestle.
Oh, he's at work. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Making coffee. Coffee's an essential, man.
Yep.
Oh, what's this? Keep what? What am I keeping? No, I don't want that. I'm just trying to see where it is there. Oh, there it is. Any questions? Hey, Eric and Larry. Hi, Brenda. She can see it. There's 10 comments and I can only see 4. I've been blocked in my own group.
I think half of them are me saying, waiting for Eric.
Oh, okay. I'm not seeing them. This is really weird.
Yeah, it's delayed. So if you're actually trying to look at the stream, it's going to be delayed for a bit.
In my own group. There I am.
I think half of them are me saying, waiting for Eric.
No, dude. I'm seeing it pretty much live stream. I'm not seeing them.
Say, you want to mute that.
It's really weird.
It's delayed. There you go.
I had to stop it. That was freaky. Oof.
I've got it streaming on you. I got it streaming on YouTube just to have it saved on the Bearded Bereans channel. There's no one that even subscribes to it. So
John Chapman's just joined too. He's an Aussie. I can hear you guys perfectly. You wait till the chooks start, then you'll hear everything. So if now this is interesting. I just noticed on Facebook, right? It's got a little video up there. If I click to enlarge it,
if you're actually trying to look at the stream, it's going to be delayed for it a bit.
My own group. Yeah, I don't want to look at the stream. You don't see the live chat when you just look at it in the group. You've got to actually have the video enlarged.
If you enlarge it, then you'll see the chat on the right.
Yeah, that's a bit sucky. Alison Burton just joined. These guys are pretty brave, eh?
I don't see anyone joining. Of course, it's not showing joined on my end, but
oh, okay. I didn't make it full. There's Gordo. Gordo just joined.
Oh, saw that. Yep.
Yep. How are you, Gordo? Miss you, mate. Hope all is going well. Hey, Larry's noggin's just disappeared.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm back.
I wonder what comes up when I stop my video. Aha, there it is. Look at that. It's a little weevil, man. How cool is that?
What did mine show?
A big bearded dude. I'm getting attacked by flies.
Yeah, I'm regrowing it. I shaved it all off. Now I'm regrowing it.
Yeah. Got to do it.
Yep.
It's all good for the change. Now I'm just trying to work out why is that man's beard tied up? Sorry, Gordo. You happy now, mate? Gosh. So what I've done is I've got my little zoomy thing, the camera happening, and the live chat next to it. My OCD kicked in. Hang on, I've got to make sure it's perfect. There we go. There we go. Yep, I'm happy now. It's hard. You know, I don't think I have OCD. I just like everything done the right way.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
So you're using the built-in webcam?
Yes. It's just the one in there.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it's quite defining. There we go. Sorry, guys. Gosh, it looks like I've got streaks through it, doesn't it? That's hilarious. Bit of a Gandalf thing happening. Larry can't tie up. Oh, okay. I was thinking actually, look at that. Can you see that? Look how long it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's a long and curly man.
Yeah, here's mine. You see that?
It's funny. It's a horrible beard, but it just grows so bloody quick. Drives me nuts.
Yep. I don't think mine will grow that long. I haven't tried. I've got about this long before.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's just one of those things. It's there. I'll get ticked off with it one day, shave it off. So what's new in the zoo over your way with all this isolation?
Well, the boys are doing school online, so they're
out of trouble.
They're trying to keep up in schools. They're learning to manage their time a little better, or at least trying to.
The wandering bookseller, Carl Grice, has joined from the Blue Mountains. Wow. People must be really bored today, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know, they're in lockup. What else they got to do? I noticed the stats on our podcasts are going up.
Yep. I also have it looks like Brenda checked out the YouTube stream. I did put that in the comments. She said it's easier the chat there and here, but either place is fine.
Well, you watch YouTube and I watch the Facebook one then. You got the bandwidth, I don't.
There we go.
So this is pretty good, but so I've got this at my end is capped at, what is it, 1.5 kps or whatever they call it. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not getting full speed. I know that much, but I'm still full video with you on zoom.
Yep.
That fly is going to die, man. Oh, come on. I'll drown you. I'll leave me coffee open and you can die in there. That's one of the saddest things about flies. They just land everywhere on your tucker and in your food, in your cup. Man. And if you leave that out at night, if I left that out at night, a little bit of port, folks, that's medicinal purposes to keep my voice nice and smooth. That'd be full of dead cockroaches in the morning.
Yep.
Funniest thing that ever happened when we were living on a farm on the other side of town, dairy property. Jo had a cup of tea one day and she's just at her last sip and something touched her lips. And in the bottom of the cup was a frog leg.
A frog leg?
Just the leg, right?
Oh.
Straight away to the kettle, opened it up, emptied it out. No frog. And we're like, did we like boil it into nothing?
That's funny.
You know, I wanted to ask him, was it true? You know, if you slow boil a frog, he won't feel the pain, but he wasn't there.
Yep, just a leg.
Couldn't stay long, real busy at the moment. Gordo's just messaging me on Google Hangouts. Picture looked really good. Oh, isn't he lovely?
Yeah.
I miss Gordo. He's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get him on a Zoom meeting, catch up.
That'd be fun. Well, anybody that wants to join, we can send them a link, can't we?
Yep. Just message myself or Eric and we can send you the link.
Yeah. There you go, folks. Ask questions live in the messed up mob. So you needed to be an admin to make this work, did you?
Yep. To stream to the group, you got to be an admin.
That's pretty cool. Oh.
We could probably just post the link here since it's a closed group. And then anyone who wants to join, they can.
That'll scare them. And it's pretty easy, folks. It opens up in a web browser if you don't have Zoom installed and you're straight in. It's good software. I'm impressed. Makes you feel like you're at work, but hey, mate.
Yeah, I use this at work all the time.
And you're actually at work?
Yeah, this is where I actually work too, so.
Wow. Looks pretty snazzy. Lots of tech gear around there, man.
Lots of mess.
Yeah?
Let's see, did that go in the chat?
It certainly did. So what time is it over there?
It is almost 10:30.
At night?
Yep.
Oh, wow. You're up late, mate.
I am. So I could catch up with you.
Oh, aren't you the nicest? If you want to join and chat, feel free. Oh! Larry's picture disappeared again. You mucking around with stuff again, mate?
Let's see. Oh, there I am.
Hey, listen, I've noticed one thing that's been a real big talking point is online communion. Want to open that can of worms or not? Do it at some other stage.
Well, I mean, we could talk about it. I mean, I think led by a pastor online is probably not cool. You'd probably want someone local that's distributing it and
Yep.
overseeing. And then you get to the question of who is properly ordained to do that.
Yep. And then it comes back to what is it that actually is at work, the pastor or God's word?
Yep.
See, that was a question I asked Chris as well. People ring up their pastor and they do confession and absolution, like they call it in the Lutheran Church online.
Yep.
That's not talked about in the Bible or the confessions as being a viable method, but they still do it. And I think what's happened, because I'm going through that Article 7 about Holy Communion, it's a big read, man. Oh, my word. But the one thing there that I'm seeing, it's a descriptive form. And a lot of people are taking it, I think, and using it as prescriptive. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because honestly, Luther or whoever, when they put that all together, they couldn't have foreseen 2020. The whole world's in lockdown. There are some people that just are really blessed by having communion, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, no, can't do that. And then I see a lot of people talking about too, well, what about the father being the head of the household? And isn't he then able to distribute the elements amongst his family? And people are going, yes, people are going, no. And it's all starting to stir up the conversation, which is pretty good. As long as it becomes a good conversation, right, and not a I don't know.
I did ask my pastor about that, and that was one. I'll get back to you. He didn't want to address it right away.
Yeah. Now, what are you guys with over there? ULCMS or AALC or?
So we are Association of Free Lutheran Churches.
Okay, so a little bit different from the other guys.
Yep.
Yep.
It's pretty much independent churches. It's kind of a loose association, so it's not as strict as a synod.
Yep.
So you've got kind of I mean, they are adhere to the unaltered Augsburg Confession, but then you even the EOCA claims that. So you have church, you have good ones and bad ones, more good than bad.
Yep. Well, there's like some fellas down here. Jake Zabel, he's in the ELCA, and he's a solid confessional boy, and I don't know how he survives.
Yep.
But I don't think the ELCA is quite as wild down here as it is over there.
Yeah. What's the association that Chris's church is? Do you remember?
I'll bring it up and I'll tell you.
I know it's one of those other kind of small associations.
Where are we? It's now called the Aletheia Lutheran International Evangelical Synod.
Got it.
So,
so it is a full-on synod.
It is now, yes, an international synod. So,
got it.
A lot of changes, and we've been having to deal with all this stuff for years anyway. And so it's an interesting time. And when I look at it too, the thing that really changed my perspective on communion to start with was when I read The Hammer of God, with Bo Gertz.
Yep.
That thing there sort of changed my mentality with some people. They find such comfort in the elements. I think that sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get it to them.
Yep.
I wouldn't have an issue now. I might get in trouble for saying it, but if somebody in the hospital up here was dying and they wanted a confessional Lutheran to give them their last elements as a vicar, I could. Yep. And I would. I'd be straight up there, man. Yep. I've got the consecrated elements here that were delivered to me by a pastor in Australia before I was called to the office of vicar. So I have no issues, with doing that. Heck, that's the last thing that you want to be denied. Not that they're saying that you deny them.
Lutheran pastors will typically do that, though. You'll bring to the confirmed and homebound and so forth the elements.
Yeah, and that's also too, I think, the principle behind training us speakers up to become pastors eventually anyway.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit idle by in our asses and get fat. We got to do and work, and let's move forward.
So are you hoping to get a church spun up there at some point? Or down there?
Oh, definitely. There's no point in being trained and not do it.
Right.
I'd love to see one in each state to start with.
Yep.
And the way that the LCA is going in Australia at the moment, I don't think it wouldn't be hard to do either. If that blows up the way that it's going, with the women's ordination and the embracing of enthusiasts, the charismatic gifts and all that, there's a shake-up coming, and I don't think some of the confessional boys are going to be able to survive swimming in mud.
Yeah.
It's really heartbreaking. Considering the history too, I've only just sort of started looking into the history of the Lutheran Church here in Australia, and one thing that Lutherans are good at is keeping records. And man, you're looking at over 140 years of missionary work in the outback of Australia.
Yep.
I think it was last year, some elders of the community out there at Alice Springs travelled back to Germany because they still sing the traditional German hymns in German, the Aboriginals in the outback. And they've translated some of them into their own native tongue. And they actually flew over to Germany and went to the Lutheran church over there and sang them in their native tongue for the German folk. It was awesome. They got a lot of respect for them.
Yep.
The Indigenous folk, and they're the same too. They don't want to mess around with this sort of stuff. They're pretty, even in their culture, the men lead the way. That's just the way it is. Why are we going to argue about it? Go somewhere else if you don't like it.
Right.
And that's the way it should be. If I don't like a church, I'm not going to stay and try and change it to make it fit what I want. I think that's just rude. It's just rude. Aussies did understand that if you went to an RSL club and didn't like the way that they did things and you wanted to get in there and say, hey, listen, I want to talk to the manager. I don't like the way the place is set up. I want you to do this and do that. They sort of go, oh, there's the door, mate, if you don't like it.
Yep. Don't show up.
And that was interesting too. That was one of the behavioural things of John Wimber in regards to the vineyard. He had that mentality. Vote with your feet. If you don't like it, there's the door.
Yep.
And oh, look, there's a little thing that comes up that says watching. How weird. Darren Hudson joined. Oh, so you've got to watch the group thing in Zoom too, in case they try to join, don't you?
Yeah, no one's popped up.
That's cool. Yeah, I did that the other day, and Gordo was trying to get a member, and I didn't know how to manage it.
Yeah.
He was waiting for like 10 minutes. So you guys still doing online church?
Yep.
Yeah, going smoothly? All well?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. And I usually catch Chris's service at least until mine starts.
Yep.
He went all along this past weekend.
And I put one up there in the group too that Carl did. I saw him there. He did one from his house, the service. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool. That was a good podcast too. I enjoyed that. He's a rat bag, isn't he?
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Man, he's like the Lutheran turtle man.
The Lutheran turtle man. That's actually a good description.
Yeah, it'd be good to get him back on again too.
Yep.
Do you guys, I'm not monitoring my own audio. Are you hearing the chooks? Because I'm actually hearing them through my headphones.
I did hear them, but they're pretty muffled, so it's in the background.
That's cool.
I mean, it's clear, but it's not interruptive at all.
Yeah, I turned the sensitivity of the microphone right down because it was like, man, you could hear the dog fart when he was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
It's that sensitive. And that's one thing you got to be careful of, I realize too. because the more sensitive you do it when you're typing, everybody can hear everything.
Yep.
Hey, Paulie.
Yeah. This
bro.
This mic's a little more directional.
Yep. Paulie just joined too. Hey, Paulie's Kiwi, bro. He lives down here in Kempsey, Cook Island boy. And man, he's got 3 kids, 3 young ones. Wonder how he's doing. It must be hard. All of a sudden, it's people are stuck in a confined space, and I reckon people will be going mental.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. We don't have too many visitors anyway. The main visitors are our family.
Yep.
And but being limited to visit Amelia and Alana and that, like Josh is in Sydney, so we're still sort of just phone conversations, but not having that time to hug your granddaughter, man. I miss that. That's the thing I miss.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Paulie, bro. It's an interesting word, that one, chur.
I assume that's cheers.
Nah. Oh, it's a very interesting word. It's got so many uses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you the video one day. I can't post it online. It's a bit interesting.
Just reminds me of churro.
Churro? What's that?
Oh, do you know what a churro is?
No.
It's like a Mexican dessert, kind of. It's like fried bread with some filling in it.
Ooh. Is it bread flat or round or something?
It's round, like a stick.
Ah. What do you fill it with? I'm getting hungry now.
I don't know. I'm not sure what's in it. It's some sort of kind of. It's not. Yeah, it's some kind of cream. It's not like frosting or anything. Someone should tell me. Someone should give a description in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be nice with a brandy or a cognac cream through it.
Yeah.
I grew up sport rotten as a kid in the local shopping centre we had at Narwee, where I grew up. There was a French pastry shop there, and the lady that ran it, she was French, mad as a cut snake, and she did not know what artificial flavourings were, man. I reckon we got drunk on her food sometimes.
Did you say mad as a cut steak?
Cut snake.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why would the steak get mad? It's dead.
Cut a tail off one day and you'll find out.
There we go. Yeah.
Not that I condone killing snakes. I love snakes.
Yeah.
They're it's a shame we're not further out. If we were still further out in the bush, I'm more likely to have one at this time of the year. They're looking for a place warm to sleep. They've had a feed.
Right.
Yeah. So, but still up north, I've noticed in Queensland, I watch, I think it's 24/7 snake catchers or something on Facebook. And they get some hilarious call-outs, man. A lot of the time, too, with real venomous snakes, real nasty suckers. Quite funny. Oh.
I wonder if there's a way to see who all is watching right now. I see it looks like 2 people are watching, but I can't see who.
I don't know how it works.
I see when they join.
Are there any narcissists out there that can tell us how to monitor our Facebook? Hey, listen, that's something that I was just going to ask.
What?
I can do a share screen on Zoom, can't I? And that'll go out over the internet.
Yep. You can do that right now.
That's hilarious. I'm just going through down what I've been downloading lately. One that was interesting, I think people... the best of rock. Whoa!
We could hear
Did that come through? Yeah,
yes,
that was a bit loud, wasn't it? The best of Ron Swanson. That was hilarious. 33 minutes. Now, let me see. This software share screen. That's the one I want to share. So is that being shared now, is it, Larry?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bypass all this BP because it's a lot of hoo-ha and looks like she's sticking her fingers up, eh? Or Italian. Yeah, this is how you make a matzo balls. Now, where are we? Here it is. Look at this. I was watching this the other day on YouTube and then just disappeared. This was Brian's sermon. When was it? 8 a.m., 5th of April.
For low views of the word sermon.
Oh, I haven't even got to that part yet. Now look at this. If anybody's watching, does a little thing on prayer.
And for your spirit. And I'm glad we're a praying church. Prayer does change things. And we're going to keep on believing through prayer to see God turning impossible situations around. I'm about to pray for all these prayer requests here. There's many of them.
Now, I don't mean to be rude, but that's not a real big handful. But the thing is that, you know, people in this time in particular, this is the thing that I looked at. They're looking for comfort. They would have sent in prayer requests. It's like sending Benny Hinn a prayer request. If you attach $20, you know you're going to get prayed for.
Yeah.
And you watch him change real quick. And it's funny too, because, the language that he uses when he prays, it takes me back many, many, many years, man. He's still old school, you know?
Yep.
And the Holy Spirit knows every single one of them. God knows us intimately. He actually can count the numbers of hair on your head and how much sand, the grains of sand on a seashore. So he sure knows about all these needs. And Father, I thank you in Jesus' name. You answer prayer. Lord, you're a miracle working God. Lord, you give people breakthrough. You bring healing. You bring your promise into their lives. We speak salvation, Father. We speak prodigals coming home. We believe you for miracles. We believe that you can provide visas, that you can, Lord, shut a door when the door needs to be shut and open a door when the door needs to be open. Lord, every one of these needs, they're important to you. Cancers, sicknesses, diseases, we believe they'll come to naught. And we thank you for it in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Oh, you're a mute. Oh, there you go.
Look at those shoes. Are they sand shoes?
Fancy.
Yeah. I didn't find much comfort in that.
Nope.
Not at all. And now the flies are coming around. See, you talk about Egypt and the flies turn up. That's how you do it, folks.
There we go.
Billy, come on. My dog hates flies, so he eats them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, he's a black dog. And around here, we've got these little, they're not little, seriously, they're like the size of my thumb there. And they're black and white. And when we lived further out, you go for a bushwalk, right? And when you get to the nice quiet parts of the bush, no people, whatever, you could hear these suckers. They were like a helicopter coming in.
Oh, really?
And Billy had turned and he was gone. He'd run. Didn't matter where you were, he goes, run straight home. Oh, they sting, man. Oh,
ouch.
We got some nasty little flies out here. They get you, and they get you on the backs of the legs when you're walking behind your knee. Oh, nasty. But anyway, that was a bit of Brian. I'm just going to take it forward a little bit, I think.
Okay.
I think he tells us why he says amen, amen, amen 3 times here.
Well, I'm really believing today that the offerings that we receive.
Here we go, straight into money.
Are just going to be such a blessing. In challenging times, we have to believe and trust God in our personal lives, and we're sure having to do that as a church as well. I've got faith to believe our whole church is going to rally like never before, because I know the people at Hillsong Church, you love your church, and you don't want to see it going backwards. You want to see it going forwards. We're making whatever changes we can to be able to get through this season of time, but we are desperately in need of the people of Hillsong
Did that go bigger
Church
than Larry?
to just step up. And I know
Say again?
situations change, people lose jobs.
Did that go a little bit bigger then on your screen? I don't know.
No, it looks the same.
Okay, I enlarged it on my screen. That's all. Not full screen, but just made it a bit bigger. Wasn't it bizarre? Straight from prayer with beautiful music. This music is beautiful. It lulls me into a false sense of... But, you know, honestly, who wouldn't want to give? The pleas there. But he called it an offering too, which I noticed was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's chosen to change his vocabulary. But then at the end, because I did sort of go through, this is an hour and a half, man. It's like, oh... I think it was about 20 minutes of that crud music at the beginning. And no, that's right. I've got to show you. Where are we at? This will crack you up. This will crack you up. Whack. Here you go. I'll turn the volume off. I'll leave it on in the background while we talk, right? So this is what's going on. Look at this. See that? 13 minutes and 50 seconds. And all it is the same thing looping over and over again.
Yep.
Look, there it is. There it is. Thanks for your generosity. Ways to give. Hillsong Giving app. Online. You know, it's like, wow. But yeah, anyway, I shouldn't be so rude. So yeah, look, it's 25 minutes. I think it was 15 minutes of music. There was only 2 songs. But where'd we go? This is online. Give me your money. Show me
You
the
answer
money.
prayer. Lord,
No.
you're a miracle working in need of the people of Hillsong Church to just step up. And I know situations change. People lose jobs, and these things are very real and obviously can inhibit what you're able to do. But just keep hold of principles. You see, I've said many, many times.
Yeah, I'll keep hold of principles. I get... Yeah, there's steam coming off my head at the moment. I'm telling you, man, if people are struggling to pay bills, family first, guys. You know, stuff giving you money to dogs like this that are just stealing. This really...
But Eric, you got to sow that seed.
Yeah. Oh, man. Seriously, this is why I need a soundproof room, just so I can scream. I get that angry.
Yeah.
I really do. And then I cry. Because it just, it sends me nuts.
Spending is seasonal, but giving is a lifestyle. And so when it comes to your tithe,
giving is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Especially to us.
Hey, spending is a season. Spending is a season, but giving is a lifestyle.
So no, the people of Hillsong Church, you love your church and you don't want to see it going backwards.
Going backwards. 2018, $75 million profit. Are you going backwards, Brian? What did you make last year?
Right.
You know, like seriously, how can a church? Oh,
did I see that Ken the Copeland's worth over 100 million?
I saw that, man. He's got like the biggest purse of all these pulpit pimps together. Hey, that's big money. Big money. Oh, but look at this.
How do people even follow? He looks like a demon.
I know when he gets irate and does those close-ups on the shows, it was. And when he went off at that reporter, do you remember that one at the airport or something?
Oh, yeah. He was nasty.
Questioned him, oh, man, it was like, whoa. Let's see what he goes on here.
I want to see it going forwards. We're making whatever changes we can to be able to get through this season of time, but we are desperately in need of the people of Hillsong Church to just step up. And I know situations change. People lose jobs, and these things are very real and obviously can inhibit what you're able to do, but just keep hold of principles. You see, I've said many, many times, spending is seasonal, but giving is a lifestyle. And so when it comes to your tithe, when it comes to giving, maybe the dollar amount.
Did you see that? He couldn't help himself. He had to say tithe again.
Yeah, he said spending is a season and giving is a lifestyle. So basically saying, just don't spend and continue giving.
That'd be a good meme. But this thing disappeared.
Oh, really?
Lucky I downloaded a copy. You know, Send your goons over, Brian. Why don't you come yourself and talk to me about it? I'll educate you, mate.
Yeah.
But this is... here we go. Keep going.
Has changed, but don't go away from the principle. Still commit to giving God first place of your new reality. Because if there's ever a time we need to put a trust in God and allow him to know that we do trust him.
You see, he's got no audience either. Can you see that?
Yeah.
How uncomfortable he is. He's getting no response.
He can't feed off the crowd.
No. It's really interesting. And I was talking to somebody else about it. They reckon he looks really hungover too. He don't look good. I'll let it go for a little bit.
He is our priority. That is the way you'll see God working in your life. So I'm asking our church to really do everything you can to step up. And if you're visiting with us and you're just part of this service, your help can make a big difference as well. Giving is provocative. What do I mean by that? Well, it initiates. And by initiating, it stimulates. Generosity, it initiates a chain of generosity.
He's lost, isn't he?
It stimulates generosity. You remember you go to the show, to the fair, or to the circus, and there'll be a guy, a clown, sitting above.
Oh, now this analogy cracked me up.
Going to the circus.
Yeah, going to the circus. And to me, with the way that he plays the analogy at it, it kind of makes God the clown. Just listen to it.
A big bucket of water, and you get to throw a ball or something, and if you can hit the right item with the ball, well, all of a sudden, boom, the clown goes down and he lands submerged in the water. So it's provocative. You're throwing a ball that's going to release the clown.
So give me your money.
The water. Well,
give me your money.
Analogy, that's how I see giving. If we truly, with our generosity, start provoking, we initiate, and it stimulates, then we will see generosity coming back our way. Let's live our lives generously. It doesn't start with receiving. It always starts with giving. And so with giving as the starting point in our lives, we say, God, I'm provoking you. I'm trusting you. I'm believing in you.
So you provoke good enough.
So the more money you give, the more accurate you are.
Yeah, and the big clown, the big clown's going to fall down from the sky. You know what I mean? That seems to be the way he works it. But he gets lost in it. But this is still just the offering part. He hasn't even gotten to his talk yet.
At this time. So let's be those people. Let's trust God. I'm going to give you a moment to prepare. On the screen, they're about to tell you just how you can give. It's
the giving app.
Very practical. But let's watch on. And
he's
then going to give you
pimping online.
To get ready.
Yep.
He's on the screen. How you can give.
Giving online.
He looks desperate.
Wow. Here's how. Go to hillsong.com / or click the give button if you're joining on Hillsong Church online. Enter your tithe amount and your phone number or email address.
$100. When you go onto that, it actually says the first suggestion it makes is $100.
Right.
If it's your first time, we will send you a verification code. You can
Who's got $100?
Recurring giving by ticking.
Yeah.
Look, recurring.
Enter your card details
Yep.
and you're done. Thank you for investing into the lives of others.
Well, there you see it. It's easy to do. If I can do it, it's got to be easy to do. And so we are going to give you a moment right now to be following that through.
You just did.
And to prepare your giving.
We're going to give you another moment to follow through.
Man, if he keeps going on about the offering, I'm going to need a cigarette.
Yeah. God will sustain us, and it will come through this strong in Jesus' name. And it does take miracles. And I'm believing for miracle working power. And I'm believing for the faithful saints to honor God, put him first, and then we'll all have a story to tell. So,
if you want to honor God, put your family first, not Hillsong.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, this is just. See, I'm going to turn that off. That kind of crap makes you crook, eh?
Yep.
You know, that was his sermon last week. I hate to see what this week's like. But yeah, I downloaded it and then I went back because I shared it to somebody and they said it's not there anymore. It's gone.
Right.
And it came up private viewing only. So does YouTube have a private viewing area?
No clue.
Yeah. So anyway, I got it anyway. Oh, naughty me. Yeah, he's a character, the old Houston.
Yeah.
He's your problem now, isn't he? Isn't his head office over in America now?
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he bailed from Australia.
Hmm.
Hang on. I didn't see. I'm not watching. My apologies there, Gordon. He looks like he's on a break because he's written like a comprehension here. I think it's just sugar and cinnamon on the outside. What's that? Hillsong.
Oh, a churro.
A churro. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
It's not. There isn't a filling. It's usually just doughy in the inside.
All right. Okay. So what? It's like an undercooked pancake with sugar and cinnamon.
Right.
On it.
Right. Yep.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. Love this guy. The Life of Brian. Yeah. Oh, you were talking to him, make Brian great again.
I'm Brian, and so is my wife.
Basically, faith is faith as expressed by your giving rather than facing God. Yep. Man. He's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy just pimping you for your money. Go on, get out of here. Go on, nick off. Could you imagine it? The Life of Brian. So do you know how long? Oh, yeah. Okay. So it also tells us how long we've been going for, 47 minutes. That's pretty cool.
It says 47 minutes?
Yeah, top right-hand corner, live. See,
mine says 56 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, what did you do? Spend 9 minutes talking to yourself?
Pretty much, yeah.
If you had the room open from midday, it would have been.
Yep.
That'd be the time from when you say, I was 9 minutes late, like a good bride, mate. Don't want to be too early, do I? I come floating in like a fairy 9 minutes late. That's one thing I miss doing with my granddaughter is the stupid voices and songs we used to make up.
Right.
Oh, just silly things. But yeah, just doing stupid stuff and going out in the yard. She loves going out in the yard talking about chooks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did put a video up about my chooks the other day. They're I took a video of them. They were going mental. They're like this big and they still think I'm their mother. I go out and I take them for a walk in the laneway where there's a lot of long grass.
Right.
So I got 7 chickens following me and then I sort of just sit there and they all come around me and have a feed and have a yak.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've gotten a few nicknames over the years up here. Chicken Man, Feral Eric. That one sort of stuck for a while.
Feral Eric.
Yeah, the staff at Woolies used to call me that. Oh, one of the ladies at Woolies one day saw me driving through town with a big kangaroo draped across me bull bar I picked up. And she asked me what I was doing with it. And I said, I was taking it home for dinner. I said I was in a hurry because I wanted to get there before Joe got home so I could make dinner before she knew what it was. And she just went, you're feral. You're just feral, mate.
That's funny.
It kind of stuck. I didn't eat that one. No, I have eaten one I've hit myself, but twice.
Yeah.
Expensive meal, mate. Man, in one of my Fords, it cost me a headlight and a blinker, whole complete blinker setup for a wallaby. Man, that's an expensive meal, mate. I reckon it would have been about $1.50 a bite.
Wow.
And the other time was in the Hilux in the Forerunner. We were in the bush. We were coming back from a swim, actually. There was a few of us in the car, and we come around a corner, and this stupid thing just went, boom, 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 speed hump under both deaths. So I just stopped. Yeah, I just stopped, went back, put it in the bag, took it home, carved that one up too. That was nice. Why waste it? You know, my dogs get some of it, my animals. It was really weird. There was one day, Billy, my dog, he decided to bring home a kangaroo. This time it was actually roadkill. And oh, Larry, it was bad, mate. It was so bad. We were sitting inside the house and this smell just started to go through the house. And I'm going, Joe, what has the septic blown up or something? What the? And we're trying to work it out. And then I could see, I'm looking up through there and I'm looking through the bushes, and Billy's at the top of the property, about 100 meters away from the house, chewing on a kangaroo carcass he's dragged up from somewhere. Oh man, this thing was green.
Yuck.
Right. And I've gone to have a look. And by the time I got up there, nearly every chook and duck and dog and cat we owned were into it.
Oh yeah.
I got photos of it somewhere on my computer, man. And oh man, there was one duck. It went in white into the rib cage and crawled through and came out red. It was hilarious. There was still blood in there, but it was just rotten, rancid. Oh
yeah, yuck.
But yeah, it was funny. They shared it. And so I said to Billy, I said, all right, mate, that's it. Get down to the house. Not realizing, stupid me, that of course he's been rolling in it, hasn't he? So he goes down to his bed outside the house and just rolls all in his bed. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a bad smell for about a week and a half.
Yep.
That was a classic. That's okay. That's kind of like what the prosperity gospel reminds me of. You know, somebody will drag it into your yard and it's putrid and rotten. But if you hang around it long enough, you get used to it.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
You know, because we get quite a few of them around here in the bush. Everything's gone quiet. That was fun. Anyway, talking about Brian, it's a bit harsh. I don't know what his sermon's going to be like. I'm going to go through it. I can't do Brian all in one sitting.
Yeah.
Because I like crikey, so I'm just trying to think. 89, I've sort of known and followed Hillsong since about 89, and not in a positive way. Even when I was in the church, I always thought there was something just not right about it.
Yep.
And back then, I actually worked locally around where the church was and went to a church locally. So I got to talk to a lot of people. And especially too, there were some people in the hospital that I worked with that had been burnt real bad by Hillsong. One of them actually was Jeff Bullock's first wife when all that went through. And, yeah, it was interesting, the support and the way that she was treated. Oh my gosh. Don't want to get on the bad side of Hillsong.
Right.
No. Look at Tanya. She copped it. Remember, you know, Tanya Levine. Hello, Tanya.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Free plug on Tanya's book, People in Glass Houses. If you haven't read it, go online and grab it. It's not that expensive. I think a couple of bucks on Kindle. Great read. And it talks about a lot of the foundational issues that Hillsong was having before it became what it is now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And, yeah, it's interesting because I I've talked to people about it. I've traced them back pretty much to about 1949 is as far back I can go to when, you know, the latter rain teaching and the prosperity gospel teaching was starting to try and be implemented in Australia here in the AOG. So that's pretty much sort of around the era when it started. And yeah, I've read a lot of junk, seen and heard a lot of things, and I just go like that. Turn on the Hillsong. Plug the Hillsong USB chip in there, mate, and off I go.
Yeah.
It's like the other day I was talking to a member of parliament out here, Mark Basniak. He's the guy for the Shooters and Fishers Party in Australia. And I'm thinking about getting involved in the local council up here in Kempsey. And he offered his phone number. And, you know, I've been ringing him up and talking to him about different things in regards to politics, because I don't know if I want to get involved anyway. I want to know what it's like before I get in the game. If it's dirty, I don't want to play. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was talking to him, and then I started talking about churches and the tax dodges that they use, you know, the charity status. And I just started to go through a couple of them, a couple of the mega churches here in Australia, and yeah, looking at nearly, gosh, $100 million of taxes they could have gotten from them if they were paying 10%. Not hard. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Hillsong, I think they could throw $15 to $20 million into the government's purse without blinking an eye.
Yeah, no kidding.
It wouldn't be hard at all. And
it sounds like they're pretty desperate for money, though.
Brian.
They might be hard up.
Oh, mate, Brian was getting going there. But see, that's the interesting thing. I think I actually talked to him for about half an hour specifically about what does the government in Australia claim to be a church to receive the charity status. And I said to him, well, I'd really love to sit down with somebody who's got some push in the government about what a biblical church is, so that you guys can actually start putting a divining rod down the middle and get rid of the churches that are dodgy by having a biblical model in front of you that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And especially with what they preach and teach, like Brian Houston, he negates himself from being a charity straight up by the crap that he preaches and teaches. He's not Christian.
Yeah.
That gospel is just, it's not biblical. So why would he doesn't, his church shouldn't have that tax-free charity status, even if they do charity work.
It is a slippery slope, though, wanting the government to decide what's a valid church or not.
One of the things that, I can't remember where it was. I got really excited the other day. It may have been Banned Books. Donovan Riley and Christopher Gillespie, I'm hooked on their stuff. And I liked something that he said, and it's something like, if I had a church planted here in Kempsey, I'm pretty much like, I don't want nothing from the government, because what comes along with it too are hoops and jumps that you got to go through as well. And you start to lose your freedom, and all of a sudden Caesar becomes your master. You know what I mean? And you don't want that.
Yep.
But it's a lot of money, Larry. Seriously, they throw out, like, I haven't confirmed this yet. I'm trying to find out. They most probably won't tell me, but the local church down the road here is an Inc. church. That's a Christian Outreach Center church, right? They changed to international network of churches.
Yep.
Right? They went international. Charity status. That's Catherine Renala's mob, that wacko from up in Brisbane. And he's got 3 churches under him, right? Does he get government grants for all 3 churches? Do you know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden, that 15 grand that they may have got for one place to help the youth becomes 30, becomes $45,000 in the kitty, just like that.
Yeah.
And all you ever really see is buildings, more buildings going up and them driving better cars. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
He's a goon anyway. It's really sad, like, I don't know what it's like where you are, but we've got him coming into town. So he's basically an NAR church. He's into all that stuff. You come into town, we've got the Prezi Church, which, what went down there, so I wouldn't go there. Catholic Church, Anglican Church. We've got an ACC church, like a Hillsong church. We've got a couple of non-denominational churches, and you'd be lucky to get that much gospel between them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really heartbreaking. So, it'd be good to be able to have a church come in here that preaches the long gospel, distinction properly, and doesn't have any shackles with the government. Let God do it. I'm all for it. I don't know. I've never been one to take money off the government for the churches and that, because they do give them heaps of benefits. I think they don't pay land rates if they own the land, and they get free water rates. There's all sorts of benefits.
Yeah.
But then see what they do in return. And this is the thing that I was trying to explain to Mark, is that originally, from what I've been able to establish with my friend over in WA, she's an accountant, is that was included what was included originally by the government was a subsidy for the manse and I believe a vehicle for the pastor, right?
Yep.
Manse was attached to the church, so he lived there, and a vehicle. Look at what they've made of it, you know. And what these pastors do is that they'll get a stipend. Let's say, I think the Presbyterians work on $75,000 for a pastor. Wow. Now, what they do, the way they structure it, is that if the pastor wants to borrow money, they have got their own setup here in Australia where they can borrow money. So he can have that taken out in his wage setup pre-tax. Electricity, telephone, running of the vehicle, all that's done and taken out pre-tax. Minimizes what cash he has, right? And so the goal is, I think in Australia now, I'm not sure whether it's $20,000 or $15,000. If you only make that much cash a year after the rest is removed, you don't pay tax on that either. It's straight in your pocket. So what they're manipulating the system, and it may be legal, but is it morally a thing to do for a pastor of a church or a church to have itself set up like that? It's right. Milking the system, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right, you know, and if, you know, they go, oh, well, the pastor only makes 75 grand a year. I thought, man, dang, I'd be happy making 75 grand a year as a pastor.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, that's pretty awesome. I'd have to confirm that, but I'm sure that's what it was. That stuff always comes up in business meetings. People like to talk money.
Yep.
You know, but when you think about it, there's that many churches worldwide that are doing this. I'm sure you've got stacks of them over there with the charity status that are just ripping.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You know, it's just, and it is at the end of the day too. It's a really poor example. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it just looks shonky.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. So yeah, Gordo sent me something on Google Hangouts. He likes to be the black sheep in the family, Gordo. Wonder if Larry, he couldn't stay long, real busy. Picture looked really good. Sorry. Look choice, bro. Wonder if Larry is on Hangouts. I don't know.
Well, I've got a Google account, so I can be on Hangouts.
Oh, there you go.
But Google is killing Hangouts, though. They're killing it.
Yeah. Who was it? Chrome. Chrome released an extension for it.
Yeah.
And that's it, but it only works when Chrome's open. Or you can actually have it running in the background. You know how some of the Chrome apps you can run in the background?
Yep.
But like, that's nobody's business to be doing anything in the
June of this year, Hangouts is going away.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You got to kill it.
Yep.
But they said that last time too, and it never happened.
Yeah, but they neutered it. You can't stream with it anymore.
Oh, okay. Because me and Gordo used it the other day doing, again, on my restricted internet, and brilliant audio.
Yeah.
Chook just laid an egg. Yep.
Sounds very proud of themselves.
Oh, it drives you nuts. We've got one chook here. She would have to be our oldest chook, original chook. She's an Australorp. She tells you for 20 minutes or half an hour she's going to lay an egg.
Yeah.
Then she lays an egg, and then she tells you for another 20 minutes or half an hour that she's laid an egg at the back door. At the back door.
Oh, yeah.
At the back door. She'll come and she'll sort of let you know, I'm going to go lay an egg now. I'm going to go lay an egg now. Hey, I'm laying an egg now. And it goes on and on, usually 2 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
And they're stress coffees, you know. It's like, oh, if she was any younger, she'd be soup. If she's any younger, she'd be soup.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. I didn't show you. Hang on. Sort of like show and tell here, isn't it? Now, you remember Larry?
Yep.
Now, I don't know if folks know, but Larry used to have a rooster named after him, but he got a bit boisterous and loud, and yeah, that's Larry. That's his saddle. So that he would have had his tail would have come up here.
Yep.
Like that. And here's his neck would have started there. And look, I shaped it like a heart for you, Larry.
Aw.
Hey?
I'm touched.
But yeah, that's Larry. So I don't know what to do with it yet.
Looks like a toupee.
I could get away with it, I suppose.
Yep.
I got a few others. Where are they? These are smaller ones that I've already trimmed. See, they come up quite nice.
Oh, nice.
It looks like is it a sporran that the Scottish guys have hanging down in front of their junk? So that he was a naughty chook, so he died pretty young, but it's a nice one, that one. You could use it as a fake beard, I suppose.
Oh, there
What's
you
that
go.
look like? There you go.
No more gray. Tip at the top.
Anybody want to join the Bearded Bereans podcast? We can send you one of these and you're in. They don't smell. You can see it's.
Yep.
Here's the inside. Don't smell. Here's another smaller one. I like the color.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
That was a nice one. And this one was just a tiny one. He was just noisy. So he died.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a nice. So different colors, different poultry. You know, so that one tasted the best too, by the way, I think. But yeah, and people use them for fishing flies. See that?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. They pull the feathers out depending on what they are. A mate of mine told me to do it, so I started doing it. His name's Dwayne.
Yep.
Dwayne's doing a bus up at the moment. It's hilarious. See, this one's got different colors.
Yep.
Cat's been sleeping on that one, so the feathers are gone all funny. But I think his web page is Our Utopia Bus. He's on Facebook, and they're doing up a bus. And I'm still waiting for him to show me where he's going to put the bloody chooks. You know, he can't travel around Australia. Dwayne, if you see this, mate, you cannot travel around Australia without two hens giving you fresh eggs, mate. Build them a chook coop. Sorry. That was to Michelle too. Michelle's the designer. And I said to her, you know, you got to have a chook coop.
Yep.
I would if I'm going to have a bus and I'm traveling around Australia, I'd have chooks in there. For sure. That way, if you ever get stuck, you got eggs, and if they don't lay, you've got meat.
I just saw
a
video. A little bit. I just saw a video of this family that had a school bus that was converted to their house.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are doing it in Australia.
Yeah.
But if you have a look at Dwayne's this real posh man. Oh, he's going full on. You know, he's got fresh water tanks in underneath the bed. The bed's on hydraulic lifters. It's just amazing.
Oh, wow.
It's going to look good when it's done. Yeah, he's done the interior with timber and looks quite posh. I got up him the other day. The designer, Michelle, put in cheap, tacky, white, double electric sockets.
Oh,
and I said, got to go brass on wood. Got to go brass. It was an epic major fail on the designer's part. I have submitted my complaints via message already, so I'm waiting for some feedback. You know, but yeah, it's one of those things because I was involved in telecom for years, and I also worked with electricity, a bit of contracting. Yeah, I hate white double PowerPoints.
Yeah,
there he goes. He's got the eye rubs.
Yep.
Man, time for you to go to bed. I got to go do some stuff too. It's nearly 2:30, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was fun. I hope it worked. It'd be interesting to see what the quality was like.
Yeah, I'll send you the YouTube link. Well, you can look at it on Facebook too.
Okay. Where'd it go? Is the stream the same? Will the stream be different quality on Facebook and YouTube? How's that work?
I have no idea.
Oh, I have no idea. That's what you call a deer with no eyes.
Yep.
No idea. Dad jokes. We should finish on some dad jokes. What do you call smarty poo?
What?
Hundreds and thousands. No, what do you call hundreds and thousands? Smarty poo. Sorry, I got that all mixed up. Hasn't been many jokes. That's one thing I've noticed specifically in Australia is there hasn't been many COVID-19 jokes.
Yeah. Here neither.
Do you know what I mean? It's been really weird.
There's some, I guess, shelter at home jokes.
Okay, yep. And people have been doing a lot of reruns of songs.
Yeah.
I actually thought of one the other day because I did the Rona one. Did you see that one?
Yep. That was funny.
And then I was thinking the other, remember that, what was it? I can see them. It's there. She was only 16, only 16. Dr. Hook?
Okay. Not sure. Never heard it.
Yeah, Dr. Hook. I think they might be Australian. I'm not sure. It was only Corona, but boy, it kicked me in the ass. I've been doing silly things like that for years. You know, it's just what I like to do. I get in a lot of trouble.
You're like the Australian Weird Al Yankovic.
Hey, yeah, that guy. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Has he done any weird movies lately?
He hasn't done much lately. I think a few years ago he did another album.
He reminded me of that guy that was that Satanist guy, the comedian bloke that ended up being a scam. Do you remember him? In the church over there in America? I'm trying to think. He looks similar to that Weird Al Yankovic.
Let's see.
Because what's his name? I can see Mike Warnke.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he got busted in the 90s or something. It was all BS, apparently. His story about being a Satanist and all that stuff. But man, was he a funny comedian. He was hilarious.
Who's that head Church of Satan guy? Anton LaVey?
Yeah, that's him. Is he still kicking?
I have no idea.
No idea. Hey, dude, do you mind if I take a quick break? I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll take a break too.
All right.
And we'll keep on for a little bit.
Hey, hang on. Have we got something we can show them? We can play something.
Why don't you pull something up?
Something I'm working on that I might get in trouble for. What do you reckon? Yes.
Go for it.
Now, yeah, let's see. No, I don't want that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. This is a trip. This is a trip.
We're going to go into the counter now.
This is a trip. Now, will it let me share it? Hang on, dude.
Oh, you're taking your break now? I'm going to take my break. All right, I guess we'll just walk away. I'll be right back.
Sorry about that. That was hilarious. That's what happens here all the time. Now. Let's make sure we're still live streaming. I wouldn't have a clue. Just trying to find something here. No, that's all right.
I still got to go take my break.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm just looking.
I'll be right back.
Not a problem. I'll talk to myself. I do that all the time. Talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to myself. Well, I've gone insane. Yes, I've lost my mind. Talking to myself. Sorry, folks. I'm just looking for something to share. Ooh, coffee. Yeah, it's one of those things. Whenever you want to try and find something, you never can. What's this one? Gee, I get some weird videos. Hey?
Lovely, yes, here at the night market.
Here you go. This will freak you out a bit. And there's part 2. Okay.
Romance is a brand new relationship, and I still do not at that time with Lovely yet.
Man, this is really weird. So I don't even know if this is working, folks. So it doesn't matter. I'm just doing it anyway. So what I have here is a really bizarro, weird film clip. Share screen. Ooh, look at that. I'll get proficient in this one day. There it is. This is some weird stuff, man. Just while Larry's having a break, just have a look and a listen to this.
I'm with Lovely, yes, here at the night market. And I just had a really amazing reading with a young man who requested me, and often when they do that, it's really relevant to the reading, often is more powerful. His present card is this one, in which there's a tiny, tiny surfer.
I'm back.
Huge waves. His question.
Yeah, we're just checking out some Christian tarot card readers, bro. I feel sorry for these guys. Like, seriously, Christ alignment in Melbourne. Jenny, repent. Just stop with this crap. It's just wrong. You know, there's no need to try and validate what you're doing as being the right thing. Like, seriously,
Right.
you just can't. You know. Oh, look.
The first question was, am I meant to be with my partner? It turns out his partner was male.
Whoa. Well, that's an
Ooh.
interesting question. Hey? I wonder what she answered. You ready? So his partner was male. Should I be with my partner?
Yep.
He's male. Okay. Now, these guys go to all the weird festivals, like the hippie festivals, New Age festivals and stuff, and they do this stuff.
But I didn't know that. It was in the reading. And his second question was really profound. It was, what's the meaning of life?
42. Isn't it?
Yes, the meaning of life.
Or is that's it is, isn't it? In Hitchhikers? 42?
Yep, 42, yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Why am I here? Why am I here on earth? Why am I alive? So that was a huge, profound question. His present card, he straight away saw that that's him. He loves to go paddleboarding, so that was really relevant.
Ooh.
He also can survive like deep seas, and I said to him, you've survived a lot of really deep things already in your life, that you're a survivor, you're able to handle really big waves, but you're also able to carry other people out of big waves. And I said that not knowing that his job at that point is the call taker for the 000 emergency call. So that's his actual job. That's his present card.
That is just some weird stuff, eh?
Yep.
It's just not normal. It's just not normal. And I did have...
Yeah, 42 is not actually the answer to the meaning of life. It's the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. But they don't know what that question actually is. It is the ultimate question, though.
We will find out one day. See, this is what disturbs me. You just saw her there, eh?
Yep.
This is what they use as promo pictures. Can you see that?
Yes, I do.
That's a different person to me. Oh, stop sharing that. I shouldn't have any of this stuff. Let me just say, if it's out there on the internet, somebody's got it somewhere.
Right.
Oh, it's true. It's really interesting. I think the hardest one to get around is Facebook. It's a bit sneaky. You've got some interesting algorithms in the back end of their video, but it's doable. It's like being back in the old days, Larry, decompiling software and learning how it works and looking for all the triggers. And those were the days. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
There was a program that I used quite a lot called DASM. Is that still available?
DASM. A macro assembler for 8-bit machines.
Mightn't be it. DASM. It was for disassembling.
Yeah, it's on GitHub.
No, it's not that one.
Oh, it's not?
No. I can't remember now. Well, it came up in Wikipedia. Disassembler. It might be that one.
Yeah. Well, DSAM, there's an assembler and a disassembler. So.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. There's an old picture of it there. It's really old, that cake 3.1 stuff looking. It never changed.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because you could just pull apart anything. Any program. It was fun back then. That's when, when portable apps were becoming fashionable and trying to get programs to operate in their own virtual box and all that stuff. That was the joys. Hey? Writing viruses and things like that. I did one once. It was a shocker. But it wasn't an active virus. All it did was it brought up a DOS prompt.
Yep.
And it came up and it said to complete format of drive C, press enter. If not, spacebar to exit. And it didn't matter what key you pressed. It'd say preparing to format drive C on the DOS box.
Yep.
And it took admin rights of the screen, so you couldn't get rid of it. And it looked like, and it started, and then it'd go, the old ticker, the percentage.
Yep.
It'd be going on, and it'd go up, and it'd go up, and preparing to format, and then it'd go formatting drive C, and then it'd come up. Only joking.
That's funny.
It was like, I think 16K, that little binary.
Yep.
That's all it was. That's when people were starting to send them through, remember, in Word documents and trying to link them, embed them in PDF files and stuff.
Yeah.
Idiots. I don't know what they did it for. There's no point to any of that, is there?
That's funny.
Oh, it was like, I think 16K. That binary. Hang on, I've got to turn that off. I can't wait to get my false teeth, eh? Ooh. What a head. No wonder my missus doesn't want to go in public with me often. I wouldn't either. I need to grow the moustache down.
Get some beard wax and just go all crazy.
Well, I was thinking, it's a, if I ever get stuck out there and I don't have a mask,
there you go. Get your own built-in mask.
Hey, naturally filtered facial mask.
Yep.
Are many people wearing them around your way?
You see about maybe 10-20% of people wearing them.
Yeah. The folks that have it should be wearing it. They're the ones that are got to.
Right.
It's the best thing to do. Those that are infected to wear them. Hey, listen, I was just thinking, see to your left over your shoulder, your book stand.
Yep.
That's about as theological as we got today.
Yep.
Maybe even Spurgeon's level. Where'd you get that? Is that a drawing?
Yeah, Ray Comfort drew that for me.
Oh, true.
Yep, because
Now,
I donated for one of his projects, and he likes to draw. So
okay, is it true he's an Aussie?
he's from
Or is he a Kiwi?
he's a Kiwi.
He's a New Zealander, is he?
Yep.
And the other fella?
He says Australia's a small island off the coast of New Zealand.
That's it. He must be a Kiwi. And the other guy, Ken Ham, is an Aussie too.
Yep.
That was funny. I was talking to somebody the other day. I didn't even know who he was until I met you. You introduced me to him.
Ken Ham, yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Is he still doing his boat thing?
Oh yeah, I want to go see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Cool. It'd be big, eh? Was it built to scale?
Yep. That's why I want to see it. I just want to stand there and just look at how massive it is.
Yeah, it must be huge.
Yep.
Be fun. I reckon it'd be even more fun to take it out for a bit of a spin, eh?
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Imagine all the tar. That's what he used to seal it, isn't it? Tar and bitumen.
Yeah, but it's got permanent foundation, so it can't be moved or anything.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about Noah, not Ken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, look, there you go. It says watching now. So I'm clicking on that. John's the only one that's watching.
Oh, really?
He's an Aussie boy.
Yep.
Oh, so funny. Funny story, man. I know his brothers, right? When we first moved up here, I met one of his brothers, Whitey. And then later on, I met another one of his brothers, Jum. And I was still a bit wild back then, and met a few other fellas, the Kennedy boys around town. They call them the Swamp Rats. Then there's the Joneses upriver, and oh man, I meet John online one day, and for some reason he said something about Kempsey, and I said, "You're not related to Jum and Whitey, are you?" And lo and behold, yeah, he was.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, Larry's watching himself. Your little face popped up. Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. In the watching now thing.
Yeah, I don't have a watching now thing. I wonder why that is.
On Facebook. Did you enlarge the video?
Yes, I did.
Not full page, just enlarge.
Well, it's full page.
Okay, I just enlarged it. I didn't go full page. So that you can still see the chat down the right-hand side, and there's a little thing there.
No, I do see the chat on the right-hand side, but it doesn't say.
Okay,
mine doesn't say that.
Ask the Bearded Bereans anything.
Yeah, mine doesn't say anything.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, I can. Here's what mine looks like. Here, I'll show you. Let's see. Share screen. That's what mine looks like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See
up there. I got two up there. Invite. See friends. You mightn't be friends with John.
Oh, got it. That's why.
Mm.
I can only. Oh, that's right. You can only see friends that are watching. That's right.
Hey, that's me. Don't show me.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, only friends. It will only show up if friends are joining and watching.
And John is with us in Alicia too now. Yay!
I guess I just have no friends.
We'll just call you Scott.
There you go.
Scott, no mates.
Scott, no mates.
And so, listen, we've got to deal with that one thing. Sanger. You've never heard the term sanger?
Sanger?
Sanger. S-A-N-G-A. Sanger.
Oh, Sanger. No, nope. That's a sandwich, right?
Yep. Bacon and egg sanger after a long night out, mate. Nothing better.
Nope.
Yeah. And a Samo.
Nope.
You heard him called a Samo or a Sammy?
A Sammy. I heard a Sammy or a sandwich. I've heard that.
Yep. Yeah. But no, Sanger. Bacon and egg Sanger. That's pretty much an Australian thing.
Yeah. Well, when I looked it up on the Urban Dictionary, it did say Australian.
I got little. Remember how I said we get bugs floating around here?
Yeah, you got some in your port?
Yep. Think like fruit flies or something. I told you, I think the port's gone off. Stinks real bad. It smells like musket.
Musket?
Yeah, you ever tried musket?
I don't even know what that is. I know what a musket is, like, a gun.
Yeah, not one of them. It's another sort of fortified wine.
No.
And how to put it politely? It's got a real dirtier taste, kind of like the barrel might have spilt on the floor and they swept it up and put it back in. Yeah. Oh, well. A few crunchy bits in there.
Yeah, because port's a little more high alcoholic content, right, than regular wine. %17.5%.
Okay. Yep. That's a nice one. That Wolf Blast. It was on special. 3 bottles for $20. It's not expensive.
That's pretty cheap.
It's not an expensive port, but it's a nice one. Good communion wine.
There you go.
Yeah, because I think it's high enough. I think, is it over 17, they say? Is it 17 kills germs or something?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I've never shared a cup, so I wouldn't have any idea.
Right.
Oh, the flies are coming. The cat's turned up. Hey, Susie. How you doing? Yeah, you okay? Did you hear her?
Yep.
It's hilarious. The dogs will be jealous now, and they'll have to come in and say.
I had to put a cat down about a couple weeks ago.
I saw. Did you shoot it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. I hate doing that crap.
Yeah.
Was it just old?
Not that old, but just mean and like would pee and poop all over the house.
Oh, really? It was like gone feral.
Yeah.
Went feral.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why your missus was all sad. That was that black and white one, was it?
It was the one that looks like a Bengal tiger.
Oh, okay.
It's gold and black spots. It's a Bengal cat. So
it might have been a tiger. You don't know.
Yeah.
What was it? I watched something the other day. Mad About You. And it was an episode where they bring home a cat. Lisa brings home a cat, but it's not a cat, it's a puma. And it chases them around the kitchen.
Oh, that's funny.
And there's one scene you look up and you see he's up on top of the fridge hiding the fella that lives in the joint.
Yeah.
And the cat's just going.
So are you talking about that US comedy or
yes.
Mad About You with
Tell me why I love you like I do. Tell me.
Yep.
Ooh,
I haven't seen that for
like you.
forever.
Yeah, well, it's break out all the old stuff,
Yeah.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
That was a good show, though.
Cynthia O'Connor's turned up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's trouble, mate. Best accountant in Australia.
We'll have to rename this since no one asked any questions.
Yeah, we'll just call it the Eric and Larry Gabble session.
Yep.
Don't ask us any questions, please. Guys, we've just got so many questions to answer. We're just going to have to ask you to stop. Is that okay?
Right.
Just ease it up, fellas. Hang on. What's going on here? Gordo, Susie, and John. Susie just left. See, that's what happens.
Oh, yeah. So I see Gordo's on. So because I'm friends with Gordon. I'm not friends with, I don't think I'm friends with, am I friends with Susie? Probably not.
She's cool. I want her to be my accountant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does the breakdowns and puts them up in the Messed Up mob with Hillsong and stuff.
Yep. Well, I
She's
saw her
right.
on the that Saturday church service. I saw her. She was on there for you guys' service.
Yeah, she's cool. Isn't that sad? There's no churches over there in WA, really. It's just really gone bad.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Preach Christ. Preach Christ crucified. Give him the gospel.
Right.
It's not that hard. When do give?
No, Gordo, you give us the money and we'll pass it on.
Yeah. Drop it and just send it to my PayPal account. Gordo, Oz Support. And spelt with a Z. Oz Support, one word. Send it there and I'll make sure Brian knows about it.
Exactly.
I'm surprised nobody's tried to do that. Do you think anybody's tried to do that yet now? Like everybody's gone online. There's going to be some hackers out there now. Could you imagine if you could hack into an online giving session at Hillsong and have all that money transferred into your own account?
Right.
Man.
That sounds like a worthwhile cause.
That'd be hilarious. Imagine that. I'm surprised nobody's done it. Eric's Passover feast account. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll support. Look it up on PayPal, Gordo.
There you
I
go.
take donations. Tax-free, mate. I did some support for some folks over in the States, actually, with their computers, and they wanted to pay me, so I just changed my PayPal account to Oz Support.
There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Isn't it weird sitting in Australia fixing people's computers in America? It's a weird world we live in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about ready for a nap, mate. You must be tired.
I'm getting there.
Time to scam the scammers, Hillsong.
There you
go. You know the irony of it, Oz, but we'd get jailed. You know, like they're scamming everybody, and if you scammed them, we'd be the ones that get locked up.
Yep.
That's what I was telling the MP too, how dirty Hillsong are. You know, like all the associations that they have and the allegiances that they have. And he was just like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, this goes all the way to the PM." I said, even what was it? The head of the police, the police inspector, the head of that, he turned up at Frank Houston's funeral. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? That says something. You know, whether Frank was a nice bloke or not, that sends a funny message. Oh, look. This is what else I'm going to be watching. This was given to me a while back. Seen that?
The legend begins. What the? Yeah. Is that the same thing? Those are all different, huh?
Pick a card, any card. No, not that card, this card. Yeah, take that one. Yeah, they're all different.
What are they?
They're the continuation of Zatochi. So that's the legend begins. That's the beginning of it. They're like Japanese, the old Chinese movies, man.
Okay, they're just martial arts movies?
Yeah. The Festival of Fire. Look at him there. He goes off on that one. Yeah, no, somebody gave them to me. And it's like, I'm glad I've got an external DVD drive.
Yep.
I didn't realize. Much better computer without a DVD drive and all that. Smaller, lighter, better battery life, faster. Loving it.
Yeah, you don't need all that because, I mean, how often are you going to use it, especially if you got a on the go or anything.
That's it.
Keep moving parts to a minimum.
Keep moving to a minimum. I've been saying that for a year. Keep moving to a minimum. I'm getting older.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Fortunately, you'll always be older than me, so that's always a good thing.
Smart ass. How old are you?
49. Birthday's in September.
I was 53 the other day, man. I got 4
Yep.
years on you.
Yep.
Yep. It's funny. As soon as you remove your birthday off Facebook, you don't get any happy birthdays anymore.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
That's because no one ever remembers anyone's birthdays. That's Facebook's job.
That's it. I still remember them. I got some friends. I got one friend. She was born on the 1st of April. Can't forget that one.
Yep.
She's a right hoot. She's English.
So do you think if we set up something to scam Hillsong, you think Susie can launder the money for us?
I don't know. I'll have to ask her. She's gone. She's not here at the moment.
Oh.
Who was it? There was one guy that you have over there in America that was sending Benny Hinn stuff. He does a TV show. John somebody. Half an hour. He started his own church to see if you could.
Yeah, not ringing any bells.
He's I can't remember. I saw it. Somebody showed it. Jim. It might be Jimmy. No, not Jimmy Fallon. I remember it one day. What he did, he started off sending his money to Benny Hinn.
Yep.
And he kept the mail. And he did. He'd send him $5 and all this stuff all the time. It's hilarious. And in the end, what he did, he said, I'm going to try and set up my own church. And he did. He got the tax-free status and everything. It was bizarre. That's just wrong.
Yeah. Oh, John Oliver?
Yeah, that's the guy. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah. The guy that took over for, what's his face on that one comedy show, right?
Yeah. You know, him, that fella, what's his face, on that show, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, the guy in the show with the thing and the stuff.
Yeah, John Oliver, that's him. Yeah, that was hilarious, that episode. It was interesting. An insider's view. There was actually a really good one. Shane Isgrid is his name. And he was interviewed by Kaj. Kaj Schramper is from Denmark. And Shane's in America. He went to one of those wacky weekends with Torben Sundergaard. Right. Videos up there on YouTube. It's worth watching. It's in the group too. And he just talks about what Torben got up to, because Shane's never seen like a real life exorcism and all that stuff. I think he got the full show, mate. He got the full shindig. There's another fly. They like your eyes, man, for moisture.
Yeah.
It's like, go outside. There's water out there.
I saw one fly outside earlier today.
Only one.
But it's spring here, so.
Spring has sprung.
Yep.
Birds have riz. No, what is it? Spring has sprung. Something has riz. I wonder where them boyardies is. That was a Tweety and Putty Cat line. Sylvester, wasn't it?
Yep.
See, people say they ruined their lives watching TV. Yeah. What did you have on? I'm just trying to think. We had Tom and Jerry. Fractured Fairy Tales were my favorite.
Fractured Fairy Tales? No.
Yeah. Awesome. Fractured Fairy Tales. They are just butchered fairy tales in animation.
Oh, is that something you watched when you were younger, or is that on now?
Yep. That was when I was younger. It came up the other day.
I watched Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, love that show.
And
there's a lady in
Underdog.
Underdog?
Yeah.
Haven't watched that. What about Danger Mouse? Did you ever see Danger Mouse?
Nope.
Danger Mouse.
And then I watch kid shows like Captain Kangaroo.
Never seen that one.
And what about you heard of Mr. Rogers, though, right? He was on forever.
Heard of him, never sort of.
Yeah, I mean, those are
nice guy.
Mainly just the US, probably.
I've got a Natasha that works in a shop in town, and every time I see her, I say, Natasha, where is this squirrel? Hey, Rocky, watch me pull another rabbit out of my hat. That trick never works. I love that show.
Yeah, that show was awesome.
And was that the one that had Boris Badenoff in it as well?
I think so, yeah.
Boris Badenoff. Yes, it was. Yeah,
Yep.
Boris and Natasha.
Yep.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. And then there was, oh, come on. Dudley Do-Right. Remember Dudley Do-Right?
Yep.
And he used to always, who loved him? Penelope Pitstop. Oh, listen, this is what happens when you spend too much time in time, folks.
Yep.
You get a face-to-face conversation with somebody and you have flashbacks. You go through mental stages. You'll feel like you're in another time zone. Things get weird. Faces start to roll around. We all go strange. I can't keep serious on these things.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Imagine trying to be real professional. I got to do one with the lawyer next week.
Oh, yeah.
You can't sit and scratch your nose or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got in shutdown. The lawyers are doing a closed door thing.
Do they do Zoom or do you meet in person?
I'm not sure. Oh, we've got to do it on here first.
Yep.
I've got some papers to sign. So it's like, I think they're going to work it out that the Justice of the Peace will be inside, slip the papers, I'll sign them, put them back. It's just precautions. It's just precautions.
Yep.
You know.
Should have bought some Zoom stock before this all happened.
I didn't know that the guy was denied access to America either, the Chinese guy that invented it. Did you see that story?
No, I didn't.
He was refused entry 8 times into America. Now, could you imagine if that guy was in the United States and his base of operations was like all there?
Yeah.
Because he's a Chinese guy, I think, isn't he? I think he's a young Chinese fella. Is that why they did the security upgrades? Don't trust China. China is asshole. Did you see that video?
Oh, China is asshole.
Yeah. They're selling T-shirts now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because everybody's focus is on the, what is it? Who are you? The World Health Organization.
Yeah.
Man, they've been caught with their pants down, haven't they? All the lies they've been telling.
My boys watch Steven Crowder. Have you heard of him?
Oh, he's a bit crazy, isn't he?
Yeah, I think and he always shows that Asian guy, that Chinese guy, or that says that.
Yeah, that's funny. Because was it Stephen Crowder and the other guy? I didn't know. Somebody, it might have been you, started the UFC. Joe Biden. Is it Joe Biden? No, not Joe Biden.
Joe Biden's running for president.
He's on that show with, you see him a lot on Stephen Crowder's page. He started the Ultimate Fight Challenge stuff.
Oh, really?
He's hilarious. Yeah. I always wondered why he was in the audience, because when I saw his face, I thought, I remember that guy from this. Not a judge, but a commentator.
Yep.
Yeah. Josh Rogan.
Josh Rogan. Okay.
Yep. Jacob O'Flanagan.
Oh, got it. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. He's an actor. He's got that podcast. He's got a podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, he's hilarious. But yeah, I didn't know he started UFC.
I don't think he started UFC though. I think he just does commentary on it. He might be invested. I mean, he does a lot about it with it. So.
Yep. No, never mind. Jacob O'Flanagan. He's our source of.
Yep.
The weird.
He's answering all the questions.
Strange. I know all the weird ones.
Like we're asking the questions and he's answering them instead of the other way around.
Hey, folks, not UFC. Was it some other fighting thing? The Cage?
I mean, I've seen him do like Ultimate Fighting commentary, you know.
Yeah.
But So I know he's involved in that world, but I don't know what.
That's a violent world. I can't watch them that much, those shows.
Yeah.
He is into martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mixed martial. What's it called?
Mixed martial arts. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the stuff that he's into. Yeah, those fights are violent. They're there.
Yeah.
And I think it what disturbed me was all the girls that are in the audience, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I just realized I look at the microphone when I talk to you. I should put it up there.
I just look at the screen, so I'm like looking at you. So
okay.
I just gotta look up a little bit, and then I can look like I'm looking at you.
Chooks are going off again out there. I have to go out and check them out, eh? MMA. There he goes.
Yep. Mixed martial arts.
Yeah. That's what the Gracies were into too, wasn't it?
Yeah, they do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, they were pretty good in that stuff. But I don't like violence like that. You only do that when you have to, not for money. I'm going to have to cruise, bro.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's after midnight here, so.
Well, it seemed to work well. It'll be interesting to see what the quality's like.
Yep.
It seems.
I'll send you the YouTube links. You can look at that, and of course, you can just look at the the Facebook Live in the group.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But at least we know if it works. I couldn't do it from this end. I couldn't upload or stream from this end at all. It just wouldn't work.
Right.
You Americans, you are data pigs anyway. You have had so much internet access.
I've got great access here.
Yeah, you would. For work too. What are you running?
I got a gig fiber.
Hang on. I'll just get my router, Larry.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're streaming via hotspot on your phone, right?
Yep. Look at that.
Actually,
just arrived.
For that, it's working really well, though.
Considering it's capped too.
Yeah.
When it's not capped, it's like I think it gets up to 5 or 6 megabytes per second. It cranked it. It's good enough for where I am.
Right.
Don't eat too many chockies. You too, Susie. I already ate my Easter egg. I pigged out on it yesterday. All right, mate.
Chockies.
You got chockies. We've got lots of words like that. Yeah, chockies.
Yeah.
Chocky bunnies. Like PJs. You've got PJs, haven't you?
Yep. If you're talking about pajamas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. Just trying to think of undies. You have undies?
Yep. Underwear, yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Just trying to think of some other ones. Trackies? You got tracky dacks?
No, we don't call them that. They're like sweatpants or.
It sounds so gross, doesn't it? Like
sweatpants. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's straight away you think like, when I think of that, if I was to put on something that's sweatpants, I'd be like, put them on and think somebody's already sweated in these. Why, like
Yep.
Sweatpants. It's gross.
Or like tracksuit. We'll say tracksuit. The whole thing.
Yeah, haven't seen one. Gym jams. There's another one for pajamas. Gym jams.
Yep. Never heard of that.
Nothing like slamming some Tim Tams in your gym jam.
What did you say on the church service a couple weeks ago? It was mossies for mosquitoes. What was it?
Mozzies.
Mozzies. Okay.
Yeah. Mozzie. Mozzie.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. You say Z instead of Z. We say Z. You say Z.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, X, Y, Z, isn't it? Now I know my A, B, C.
Yeah, we say Z.
Z. We go Z, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, Canadians say Z as well.
I think Canadians are Aussies trapped in Northern America. I always have.
Yeah.
They have a similar attitude
except
to us.
for Quebec.
They like to drink.
Yeah.
They're a bit wild. They're a bit wild up there in Canada. And they consume a lot of, what do they call it now? You've got to make sure you get the distinction right. Recreational marijuana, not medicinal.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, Canada's gone nuts. I'd like to visit Canada, but I'm going to Saskatchewan one day.
Yep.
I'm on there, man. I'm going to visit the corner gas. I've got to go.
I've been to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and
Yeah.
Montreal, Quebec.
And Toronto. I'd love to go and see John Arnott.
Yeah, I've never been there.
I have my little exorcism kit with me.
Are you going to get one of those? Did you find one?
I haven't found one yet. I'd love to. And there's different ones too. Like somebody said that it was a vampire kit. But no, this one doesn't have the. I saw a vampire kit that had crosses and wooden stakes.
Wooden stakes, yeah.
Silver. They were silver, silver tipped stakes, silver bullets.
That's silver bullets are for werewolves.
Oh, hey, mate, that might have been the whole lot. Didn't they? The werewolves, didn't they cross over?
Yeah, I don't know. There was a couple movies that have both.
Just trying to think what they used to be called when a werewolf became half and half. I used to watch a lot of that stuff. I can't anymore. It's all in there, but
you can just make up what they are since it's all fake anyway.
Yeah, I know. But no, it looks really weird. Exorcism kit, because it's got holy water and a Bible and all that sort of stuff in it.
Yeah.
But why a derringer? Somebody asked me that. Why has it got a derringer in it? And I'm like, oh, maybe if the exorcism doesn't work out too well, you send them straight to heaven.
Yeah.
I did not say that.
Or maybe you get possessed and then you just take yourself out.
Just in case, one bullet for yourself. Yep. Man, it would have been weird, I reckon. Like, you look at the movies that are around all that stuff. I wonder if they were really like that. You know what I mean, Larry? Like when they used to do exorcisms in those days in the churches.
Yeah.
Did they perform like elaborate ceremonies? And, you know, was it really like Constantine? Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen Constantine, but I'm sure some are like that.
Man, hilarious. Constantine.
Because doesn't the Roman Catholic Church have a whole like department for exorcisms? And
yeah, apparently they do. And if not, we can always contact Bob Larson and family. I think they do traveling exorcisms and stuff now. The whole family. Yeah. Yep. That'd be bizarre. I reckon in the 25 years I was involved in all that crap, maybe twice, I reckon I saw demon possession. And it was just that far out there. There was no way of explaining it other than something. You know, it was just...
Yeah.
You know, when you see somebody get thrown to the ground next to you for no reason and getting choked, going turning blue, it's like, yeah, something going down there.
Yep.
That was a bit freaky. But it happens. Always has.
All right. Well, I think I'll let you go, and we'll, like I said, I'll send you the link to the YouTube video.
That'd be cool, mate. And next time we might do something serious.
Yes.
Oh, something serious. We should get Rosebery on here. That'd be fun.
I know. We should do what could we talk about with him? What do you think? I mean, we could do whatever, but we could just have a free for all.
You got to be careful with him, because if you send him down a rabbit hole, he's going to take you there with him.
Yep.
And it's hilarious. I think this morning at church we kind of went that way a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love it when I just have a yarn with Chris and we're just shooting the breeze, and it's like we'll go off, and it's like, yeah, I enjoyed that. I needed to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, get him on. Maybe we'll do ask Chris some questions, or we'll have a backup topic or something. Or
yeah, because when I had him on, when we did that podcast last time, he's still got the YouTube video. I'm going to have to start bothering him for it. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
He recorded the video and I recorded the audio. I deleted the audio by mistake, so he sent me a copy of the audio and I put it on the podcast. But it was hilarious. And yeah, I asked him a few questions, and yeah, that was the one when I asked him about what does he think about that fella who's going to have people picking up dog poo and doing his lawns when he gets to heaven. Chris just cracked up. That's when he went back. The leg, one leg came up. I thought he was going to go off the seat, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It was a shocker. It is a shocker to hear some of the things that you hear. You know? But it's funny. We always end up laughing and crying when we talk. It's funny. I think it was the night Wagner died. We caught up because we both couldn't sleep that night, and then we crossed over and we were just talking about it, and it was just really sad.
Yep.
You know, those things, people die and you just don't know, especially when they're that out there.
Yeah.
You know, still breaks your heart no matter who dies. You know.
All right. I'm going to turn off the stream in 3, 2, 1.